Rural fishing. Welcome to the partay. I'm sure you guys caught the live stream report, and so right now we're just going to do some fishing for the next little bit here. I've had quite a few fish come in on the fish finder, so I can tell you that right before I started the live here, there was a big mark coming and checking out my stuff, but he has disappeared. But I've got two rods down right now, both of them with some clappers down there. So if the bell rings, it's my other rod. Okay. Just gonna turn the thing around here because come on. Okay. So I had somebody down there, but then they disappeared there for a second. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I got some minnow clappers going down there. I got some real neat ones to try out tonight. I caught one walleye at about 3 o'clock. I thought it was a perch for sure, and then he just decided to hit my thing, and I'm like, oh, it's a 12-inch eye. So I think the sunset's coming at just after 5. So we'll keep an eye on things, and hopefully the bite starts really cranking up. I heard word that this particular hut, I'm out here with Lake Nipissing Outfitters. I heard word that this hut was doing really well over the last couple of days. So I'm hoping to capitalize on that. So I'm going to start off by throwing some clappers and some minnows, and then eventually I'm going to get into the maybe some buckshot rattle spoons. We'll see what we throw. You said the audio is way low. I don't think I have my microphone attached at the moment, so that's probably something to do with it. I can attach my mic though, and you guys just got to let me know if it's wonky. But I forgot to attach my microphone because I'm sort of inside. Okay. So one guy says it's loud. Corey says it's good. Quiet, loud. All right. Sorry, let's turn the camera around here because I got a real whoa. Oh no! Sorry, I lost one on the bell. Just had a come on. There's definitely some fish down here. There's one guy sitting right on the bottom here. I'm gonna try to really. There we go. Okay. So I feel small, feels perchy, and it's a perch. All right, so that's a decent sized jumbo. Came in on the minnow clapper there. Let's get my pliers in there. I guarantee you he was the guy who hit my other line because he's got a minnow in his mouth. So he's probably 9-incher. Not the biggest perch I've seen come out of nip, but pretty decent. All right, that's a good start. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the same minnow on there, just in case there's. I am gonna check my other line to see if they stole my minnow, because that fish did have a minnow in his mouth. So I'm going to check that out. Okay, so I'm just going to get this minnow down there, and then we're going to check my other line. I'll read a couple comments, whatnot. Yeah, so as far as the audio is concerned here, I don't have my mic on at the moment, but I am talking into my phone a lot of times. It's sometimes a little easier to do it like this, but at the same time, if I was, say, going outside or anything like that, like having the mic on helps a lot with the wind issues. So you can see there's my line going down. So there we go. Tangled up my. Sorry, guys. Tangled up my finder a little bit there, my sensor. So, I'm always trying to set this up the best for this. So today I brought a light. So it looks like we got some action coming in already. They seem to be real close to the bottom. So I'm just trying to really twitch it in the tiniest way. Get those clapper blades shaking. Okay. Come on up. See, my sensor here seems to be sort of, it's like jumping up and down. I know there's a fish down there right on the bottom, but I really want to check my other line here. So I'm just going to put this up a little bit and check my line. Oh yeah, they definitely took my minnow off the other rig here. So I'm going to go and get a new minnow on there. I got some nifty new clappers that I'm trying out today. Got some new supplies. So one, the King's clapper. You'll notice all the gold and blue. It's got the old clicking sound. So I got some neat ones to try out today. Let's see what we got here. I bet you my kid would like this one. This one got sort of pumpkin-y, Halloween-y colors. My kid's like crazy for Halloween. So now I've never really been like a huge fan of orange for fishing, but actually I sold a clapper to a dude last week and he said he was beating all the rest of the guys in his hut with my orange clapper. So I decided to throw a few extras on there. Now I got here's a clapper that's got like extra plastic blades. So we'll see how that works out. And then here's another orangey blue guy with some of these willow blades. And of course I got the darkness. These ones I just try to make them entirely black. Anyway, I also have a glower one here. I call these the mini link slayers. Anyway, they're all glow except for the one blade. Anyway, I see fish on my radar here, so I'm gonna stop yucking it up here and get to it. So I'm gonna get a new minnow on here, and then I'll let you guys watch my radar while I'm doing that. Of course, there's a fish coming in there. Come on. He's not going for it just yet. We'll let him look at it for a minute. All right. All right, so down goes this flopper. Whoops. Okay. Okay, sorry for the delay, everybody. Okay, back in the mix here. So I'm just gonna go through some of these comments. Oops. Just realized my action camera stopped running. Okay. All right. Back in the mix. Back in the mix. Okay. Going through some comments here. Ian Patterson, how you doing? Corey, welcome to the party. It was you swimming under the ice, huh? Dave Parent, it's cooking. Nipissing Islander, how you doing? David Bennett. So Nipissing Islander, I am out with Lake Nipissing Outfitters again. I'm in one of his silver huts today, though. He put me in. I'm not in the yellow one today because he said the people were catching a lot in this hut. So let's see if I can. So far, one perch. Let's see if we can get some more as that sun goes down. Ian Patterson says, I did great on South Bay last week. That's awesome, buddy. Isaac Ends, how's the pressure crack? The pressure crack, I mean, there's a few of them. From what I hear, and this is stuff I meant to mention in my live report there. Now, it's been very cold, and the pressure crack at Deepwater Point that Sean Aruda pointed out on the Lake Nipissing Ice Fishing Board, I believe it's, it would have frozen over quite a bit with the extreme cold we had, but he suggested that we should still be wary of it. As well, the pressure cracks out by Sunset, from my understanding, that they're a lot less of an issue at the moment, but obviously everyone needs to be a little wary around pressure cracks. But that cold spell there, where it was a couple of days of extreme cold, really frosted things up around here. It was the kind of thing where I usually like to go for a walk in the morning after my shift, and I did not. I was just like, I'm actually gonna stay in instead of freeze my face right off. Snowbusters, how are you doing? Larry Lilly. Yeah, a guy, Larry Lilly says, glad you came up with another drill to use. Yeah, the guy just contacted me, told me he had an old M18 fuel drill to give me. My only reason I haven't been able to use it just yet is because with the crazy torque on my drill, I need the arm handle for it, and he gave me the drill sort of straight, just with the battery and just the drill. So I had to order one of those sidearm things there, so the side handle, so I can make use of it without it twisting my arms off. Bruce Dunstall, yeah, it's been something knowing somebody's gone into your truck or whatever, and they're stealing your gear. It's like, I remember just the morning after it must have happened, just seeing the big puddle of pee beside my truck and being like, who the heck is taking a big pee beside my truck? And then seeing some of my Like I think I had some sort of little folder or whatnot that I used just to keep receipts of, different minnow clapper related activities. And it was sort of opened, and I'm like, I don't usually leave this open. I guess they were hoping there was some money in there, but all there was some receipts and maybe a few for-real fishing stickers. So Bernie says that my signal might be lagging. Of course, that was a couple minutes ago. I don't know if it's improved since then. Andy Martin, good day, Coke. Good luck fishing. I was out at Fish Bay for a couple nights with my brothers. Drove out to the hut, 16 inches of ice. Clapper did his thing. It's good to hear. I think I might change up the clapper I got on right now. Yeah, I'm gonna start off going hard on the clappers because well, they're my babies. But then I'll probably switch to a buckshot rattle spoon because those are my old faves. So something's drifting down there. I think it might be the minnow that came off of my hook as I was reeling it up. So I'm not sure if I should be downsizing or upsizing in this case. Let's try. Let's try this Halloweeny looking one. Get this guy on there. The old black and orange. See if that makes it look, catches anything's attention. Sorry, I'm just gonna leave you guys watching that. Let's get a minnow. Light. There's the stove. Looks like we're gonna have some lights in here tonight. All right. So here we go. Black and yellow. Black and orange. Down we go. All right. Back in the mix here. Back in the mix. Okay. So Corey, how's the fishing been out in the Yellock area there? I drove past the other day to get gas, and I was just like, I wish I still lived in Yellock, where nobody's stealing my shit. Just drinking myself an energy drink here. Okay. Down goes the orange and black clapper there. Miggy Smalls, what's going on? Stugga Stank. Hey, yo. Stugga Dank. Okay, so audio's fine, lag's done. That's good. Do you use the Striker 4 there, Ian? Definitely been using it for a few years here, and it definitely gets the job done. See, Miggy Smalls, you're watching from the Bronx, huh? Sweet. Yeah. I mean, it's good to be fishing. That's where I'm at. But I'm still recovering from having my stuff heisted from my truck. You know, the funny part about the stuff that was taken from my truck is they took a tackle box, but it wasn't my ice fishing tackle box. It was just the tackle box that sort of lives in my truck, along with my like pack rod. In case I come across a fishing emergency where I need to fish right now. Um, so I'm not even really too sure what was in that tackle box. And when you think about it, like a tackle box, you might have 20 to 30 lures, maybe more in it. And you think, oh, I lost the tackle box. But then when you add up how much each lure costs, you're like, oh, that's a bit of a burn. But again, like I don't even really remember what was in that one. I feel like it was like lake trout related stuff, including some like dipsy divers and things like that. So I don't know. It's the kind of thing where I got to go around to all the hawk shops and all that to talk to them about if any of these items have come in there. The one on Main Street, they have you fill out a form. I had the police report and all that stuff. I had to write it on there and things like that. And then I was sort of got to inquire about how things sometimes go. Like when people steal things, do they take it in right away, or do they, sit on it and wait for the heat to pass and then bring it in? One guy told me that a lot of times a lot of things stolen in North Bay end up in Sturgeon Falls, and a lot of things stolen in Sturgeon Falls end up in North Bay. I guess they're trying to avoid the heat. But I tell you, because I don't know if you guys knew about this, but because I probably didn't talk too much about it aside from on my personal Facebook page, was that in the first year that I moved up here, my kid had a bicycle trailer. You attach to the back of your bicycle. Kid rides around with you. So we had one of those stolen from our back porch, like within a month or so of living in downtown or in North Bay. We're not like, I don't know what you consider downtown, but we're in there. We're just not right down the hill. But yeah, they took this bike trailer that we had. And the thing was, it wasn't particularly expensive. We got it off of Marketplace. It was like $80. And they also took my wife's bike. And I guess my wife's bike had like one of these fancy baby seats on the back because Owen was still only 3 at the time. And yeah, they took this. And then one day I was just like driving past No Frills. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's our bike trailer because I'd never seen that brand before. And so I'm like taking pictures of this bike trailer, and then I go into the No Frills. And of course, they'd taken some things off of it, which I think is a common practice to help them deny that they heisted it. Anyway, I was taking pictures of it, and then I go into No Frills, and as I enter the door, there's a guy looking at me real hard, and he's eating an entire tub of ice cream. And he looked, kind of shifty, and he was I'm pretty sure he was looking like that because he wasn't sure why I was taking pictures of things. Anyway, then I went into the No Frills, and I just kept on looking back at the guy and like looking back at the trailer and whatnot. And then I started talking to the No Frills people, and I'm like, yeah, that guy over there with the tub of ice cream is, what's up? You're just sort of asking about him, and they're like, oh yeah, I think that guy's something's up with him. And then I actually told the lady, like, I'm pretty sure that's my bike trailer or my kid's bike trailer out there. And I'm going to sit beside it. And I sat beside it for 2 hours waiting for the guy to come back so I could have a little chatteroo. And the guy didn't come back. I didn't see him at all. And I had to go to bed because it was after my shift, right? But a lot of people were just like, steal it back. And I'm like, you know what? if that isn't my kid's bike trailer, I would feel like absolutely horrible if I just stole somebody else's trailer. Anyway, so that was a fairly, I mean, the sucky part is people, they took that, and it sucks because your kid is just like, where's my bike trailer? But the cost of that was much less than what I lost out of my truck recently here, because that the M18 drill on its own is, with a 2 amp hour battery, it's a lot of money. I bought it because it's good for drilling holes in the ice. And I guess, well, if you guys watched the old video, I'm sure a lot of you guys have watched it. But yeah, basically, I usually lock my truck like a maniac. And I guess that night I didn't. And I usually don't leave anything in my truck like that. And I guess that night I did. And that was the night they discovered it and decided they were going to fleece me out there. So anyway, that's the scoop. And I'm still recovering. Yeah, Bernie, if you were to come over this way, I'm trying to think of how I would give you proper directions. Let's see if I can tell you what the hut number is. I'll be back in a second. It's a silver hut. It's got a brown outhouse. And the number on it is LN00. Shoot, is it 537? Let me check that one more time. Yeah, LN005307. That's the hut I'm in. If you were going to pop by. No pressure, though. If Bernie did pop by, it would be the first time I've met Bernie in person. That's the funny part. After chatting with him for years. Ian Patterson says, if it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. I agree. I mean, oftentimes I'm a chartreuse and black guy when it comes to jigs. I also like the gold a lot. That kind of stuff. So I know Al had sent me a message here, but it was during the stream. So unfortunately, I'm not sure what it said. So I know he said it. He talked about going in a little later. So I'm going to keep trying to run the stream for a bit. I mean, we're just getting into sunset now. Excuse me. Let's see what else I got here. All right, so I'm going to keep one line running with the minnow clapper, and then I think I'll throw on one of my buckshot rattle spoons, I think, in a few minutes. I did just put a minnow on here. I don't want to waste them. Species 8472. Welcome to the party. Flawless angling. Yeah, you say it's almost prime time. It's interesting because last week when I was doing the stream, I usually run it during, the evening bite. And then once I shut down the stream there, I actually started to see a lot more fish come in on the radar. So it was probably about 45 minutes after the sun went down. And actually, I had something on, probably a pike. And I've landed lots of pike on lines without leaders and whatnot. I think it's for me, it's been fairly rare that I've lost one due to their sharp teeth. But this one, I got on the line and pretty much right away my line got snipped right at the swivel. So I suspect it was a pike, and just like right away snipped it. Just checking my bell line here. Feels like there's still a little minnow on it. That's good. Jeff Vanderkoy, welcome to the party. Alan Brindley, this isn't Diane's shack. No, it's a Lake Nipissing Outfitter shack. I assume you're talking about Diane Young. Paul Fresco, you fell through that crack last week. Was that the one at Deepwater Point? Or the one at Sunset? Blair Palloway, pardon me. I'm doing okay. How about yourself? Jeff Coutley, tight lines. So I'll be selling minnow clappers tomorrow at probably 8:30 in the morning. I try to get out there as soon as I can. Last week when I got there wasn't a lot of people there, and I was like, where is everybody? And then all of a sudden, there were a lot of people. When I was, Isaac N says, you should have sent the POA for DNA testing. The officer actually joked with me about that. And I'm sure police, it's funny to think about, like, oh, you left your pee, yeah, we got you. I'm sure the police probably are like, yeah, we're not wasting our money on testing the pee on like a minor theft. It would be sweet though if they're like, yep, this is the guy. Like, we tested his pee, and it's pretty clear this is the guy that peed it. So the guy would probably be like, oh, I took a pee, I didn't take his stuff though. And how do you argue that? Brad, yeah, I say don't leave your valuables in the car anymore. Yeah, it's really was like almost like a fluky thing, because I don't like leaving especially electronics in the car, but I think I was just like, I don't know, exhausted. Like, I usually would never leave an underwater camera in my truck at all. Like, I always just figured the cold's gonna damage it. And yeah, I usually do not leave valuables in my truck. But it was the day. So flawless angling, you say that pink has been the ticket, eh? Do I have any pinks with me here? I know a lot of people love the pink. I've got a guy down there who's just sitting right on the bottom. Just gonna lift up my other line here and see if he's like one of these watchers. These watcher fish. Or maybe he's a mud puppy. All right, I'm gonna try out one of my buckshot rattle spoons. Brad Croft, you say, you're a celebrity now. I often joke that I am a seasonal celebrity. I'm directly associated with winter and ice, and the rest of the year, not as much. It's an interesting status to have. Um, Uh, so Blair, you say the peak start at 7 p.m., last till 9. Oh, I had one jumbo perch. Or before I started the stream, I had one, um, probably like a 12-inch wally. I had something steal my minnow too, but I suspect that that was a perch. Jaybird Outdoors. So you gave did you give the podcast a listen? I haven't had a chance to sit down and give it a listen to yet. I mean, I was there when it was recorded, so I got a pretty good idea of how it went down. But yeah, those guys are good. They had me on for this is the second year now, and you know it's pretty awesome. And you know what? Like I was on the news last week there, the Kojiko News, and the guy put together a pretty sweet video, I thought, of like all the different things I've gotten up to over the years. Like he mixed in, I cook with ice and some of the music stuff and even some of the kids' books. I noticed that after he did, after that video came out, that I had a minor surge in kids' book sales. So that's good. All right, I'm just gonna switch it up to another lure and try out some of my classics. Last week I caught my keeper on a tungsten buckshot spoon. Green. It's definitely one of my go-to. UV green. Yeah, so I got the buckshot rattle spoon. This is the tungsten model. Of course, I was talking about this last week. These buckshot spoons are my fave, one of my faves. So let's see if we can drum something up. Look at that. Sinks like a rock. So, G Star, you're leaving at 3 a.m. to be there tomorrow at Ice Bungalows, Nipissing. Wow. How far are you coming from? So, Stuttgart's Dank coming up for 2 weeks. Nipissing Outfitters come by for a J and a beer. Sounds like you guys are going to be partying. So, Jeff, you say you sent me a picture of a Milwaukee handle you can have. Yeah, once the stream's done, buddy, I'll check that out. I'd really appreciate that. It's it's the only thing stopped me from drilling my own holes at the moment is just not having a the arm on it. I know I've seen people do it just straight, but my arm gets sort of swung around. Sean Zabo says that sucks. Tight lines. Leave some fish for me and my friends. Yeah. Well, hopefully I start catching some more fish here. So far, I'm scheduled to be leaving almost all of them for you. Sorry, I saw some sort of debris up there. I decided to run my line through it, see what it is. So Bernie said you're taking a close look. I heard some sort of a vehicle go zipping by. I was like, this is going to be Bernie. If there was some sort of way for me to show you, I need to put up a big flag. So Glenn, I caught one jumbo perch. Yikes. Paul Fresco, he said deep water, just up to the hip. Was that like, when you say just up to the hip, do you mean it was only up to your hip in depth? Or did you manage to only get, that far down into it before you managed to spring out? But I tell you, I've managed to not fall in any kind of ice yet. But I usually err on the side of caution. You said your buddy just got home, super sensitive bite, very little jigging. Yeah, like I said, it was like when I first came in here, I was seeing lots of fish on the radar, but I haven't seen much, like too much come in yet. PB, thanks, man. Nick Bruce, Rip and Rap. That's one of my brother's absolute faves. So G-Star, you're coming from Orangeville, yeah. So I guess I always forget. It's probably what 4-hour drive from Orangeville. So I'm giving a shout out to Bubba. Happy birthday, Bubba. How are you doing out there? Ontario Bank Bangers. I do have minnow clapper on one line, and I have a buckshot rattle spoon on the other line. Yeah, so I'm all caught up with all the comments now. So, so now we're talking in real time. Yeah, 4 hours from Orangeville. I assume you probably have you fished Island Lake there? I was sort of out of that area before I started taking up ice fishing, but I was definitely familiar with Shelburne and Orangeville there. So I'm trying to figure out where the thermostat is for this heater in here. Whew. Yeah. All right. This guy ripping past in a ATV. So I'm gonna put on a rattler of some sort. So Island Lake is fished out, you say? I feel like people used to tell me there was a lot of pike in there. Oops, sorry. All right, I'm putting on a rattle bait. You can try to rattle them in. Got some good lighting in here today. If that was Bernie zipping past, he's very close with the wrong hut. Oh, something's going on at the bottom down there. I guess it's gotta be. All right.
How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Good so far. You still alive?
Yeah, come on in, man. Wow. Here he is. The man himself. Bernie Giesler.
Hey, folks. Yeah.
So
Awesome. I wasn't sure whether I'd find you. I just looked for a yellow shack
yeah.
and said, oh, that's gotta be it. There's a lot of shacks over here.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty busy, that's for sure. But Al usually has me in the yellow shacks, and but today he said that they were catching a lot of fish here, so that's why I'm here. But yeah, nice to see
Really
you in
good to
person,
meet you.
man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's like we've been chatting for so many years here,
Yeah.
and this is the first time we got to meet in person.
Yeah, you're about 2.5 miles, I guess. Maybe
Okay,
About that from me here.
that's not too bad.
Yeah, enough to get chilled off coming over anyway. I didn't really dress for the occasion.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So far, did you bring any fish with you here? Because
Come on over to my shack. I'm sure there's some over there.
oh yeah, you've been
What
doing.
minnows you got? You're gonna catch lots of fish.
Yeah, well, this is the minnow
Yeah.
hut here.
This is the distribution shack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Glenn, Al's helper here, was sorting them all out. So
Right on.
it's for all the the bungalow types coming in tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
I guess start getting busy tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Everybody
be-
coming in.
I'll be selling lures there in the parking lot.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good doing that. It's a fun way to meet everybody, as you said, like politicking, shaking people's hands, getting pictures taken.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I got to see one of your minnow clappers in person here, Eric.
Sure. Here's this is the original one. So that's it's just a single bead one. Basically it just
Yeah, that looks like it could catch a fish.
yeah, that one does pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm always coming up with new ones because, I do enjoy coming up with new stuff.
Yeah, that would definitely attract a walleye or two.
Well,
Excellent.
you can have that one, Bernie. What do you think about that? For all the help you give me.
No, it's okay. I won't. Tell you what, you come over and come fishing with me someday, and I'll trade you some jigs for some minnow clappers.
Sure, man.
All right.
Sounds like a deal to me. So you said they've been biting pretty good out your way?
I only fished one weekend with my brother. He came out. And we did okay. We brought home three pickerel to eat, so
Nice.
we had a nice supper, and we also got a nice perch. So I seen you catch a perch here a little while ago.
Yeah, so far just the one perch, and then I've had a few lookers come in. Like I got one looking right now. And then I had a small walleye come in right before, like maybe a half an hour before I started the stream here. So I keep on hoping. Uh-oh. Al's trying to call me. I don't think I can answer the phone while I'm on the live stream. Al, I don't know if you're watching the live stream, but I don't think I can answer.
You want to call him from my phone?
Okay. Well, we're in a pickle. Are you able to look up on the... Oh, this has got to be...
He stopped by my shack last year
Okay.
and introduced himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was telling me in the summertime because he and I went fishing quite a bit in the summer there. So he was pointing out where your place is. But I got a fish that's just looking at things right now. Come on, go for it. He's just like going up, going down, going up, going down. I don't know. Yeah, I wonder what Al's trying to call me for here. Al, if you are watching, buddy, I am unable to answer the phone while I'm on the live stream. So I think I've never tried it before. But yeah. So how long does it take you to travel? He said, what, 2 kilometers from here to get to your place?
I would say about 2 miles.
Okay.
What do we got? That's... Oh, okay. See where that's Sunlit Bay in there, where Bear Creek Cottages is in.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say about 4K.
Okay.
3.5, 4K.
So a bit of a spin.
Yeah.
You got to bring your fishing rod next time, man.
Well, now that I know that this is where you come out to,
Yeah.
we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Because, yeah, I'll usually is in a yellow hut or sometimes this is the first time in one of these huts. But yeah, for sure, since you're this close.
I don't know whether I got him on my contact list or not. Maybe Facebook Messenger?
Yeah, maybe. Let me see if he's... I'm just trying to see if he's writing in the comments here. One guy says, Geeser's been on net for 100+ years.
No, can't.
Okay.
Anyway, you tried.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't stick around, Eric. I don't want to, just in case I break down on the way back. I'm running an old machine. So.
Yeah. You don't want to be in the dark.
No. And it's a bit of a hike, so.
Yeah.
Really good to meet you.
For sure.
I'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah.
I would really enjoy that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it up. It's like, especially during the ice report season, it's like I'm talking to you like every day.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, hopefully whatever Al's trying to contact me about is it's not catastrophic.
Right.
He did send me some sort of a text, but again, it's like I can see it like come up on the screen, but I can't like look at it while I'm in the stream.
Right.
So I don't know. I need a second
Well,
phone.
maybe he's wanting to know what time you want to come.
Yeah.
Head in, eh?
Yeah, I know he was. We said we'd chat, and then I realize that that's not not always that easy to do.
Well, you take care.
Yeah, man.
We'll meet again sometime
For sure.
in the near future, hopefully.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a safe drive there, Bernie.
I will. You too.
So yeah, how was Bernie there? I figure Al calling me must be somewhat important. So I'm not sure. It would be good if I could pause the stream, but I don't know if I can. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to close the stream here, and then call Al. And if you guys want to just watch for another stream popping up, if it turns out that Al is going to be, if Al is going to be later, or if he's going to be earlier, if he's going to be later, then I'm going to resume, like start another stream. But if he's coming to pick me up right now, then I guess I better roll. So we'll talk to you guys later. If there's another stream, failing that, I will see you next week. Oh, okay. So I guess anyway, that's right now. So thanks a lot, Al, for leaving a message in the comments here. So thanks everybody for coming, and we will check you later. Okay, HMS Upper Can says before you go, let me know if you try anywhere at Trout Lake up there last year and fall for some trout. I think Trout Lake, the trout are off limits in the wintertime, unfortunately. Anyway, everybody, I gotta roll.